Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WONDERLA Holidays Limited Q3 FY21 earnings conference call hosted by ICICI Securities Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touch-tone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Aditya Chattopadhyay from ICICI Securities Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of ICICI Securities, I'd like to welcome everyone on the call today. Today from the management we have with us Mr. Arun Chittilapilli, the Managing Director, and Mr. Satish Seshadri, the Chief Financial Officer. I'd now like to hand over to the management for their opening remarks. Over to you.
Hi, good morning everyone, and welcome to this conference call to discuss the third quarter results of the financial year 2021. With the advent of much awaited vaccines and on account of our optimism over the year 2021 has started off on a good note for us. We are glad to present our Q3 and 9 months FY21 results with a renewed sense of positivity and excitement. It's been an eventful third quarter for us, and under the Unlock 5.0 guidelines, we have resumed operations at our resort and Bangalore Park from October and November respectively. During the quarter, Karnataka and Kerala state governments issued their respective notifications and allowing amusement parks to restart operations. We reopened our Bangalore Park on 9th of November and Kochi Park on 24th of December and Hyderabad on 9th of January 2021. As a gesture of our gratitude to honor the COVID warriors for their selfless service during one of the most challenging periods for humanity and our country. The first few days of our reopening, we were dedicated the parks exclusively for them. They were given complimentary access to the parks inclusive of F&B. The initiative was a huge success, and we were overwhelmed and hosted about 12,000 warriors and their families at all the three parks. WONDERLA became the first theme park chain in the country to be awarded the highly coveted CoSafe certification for safety and hygiene standards during the pandemic, a certification done by the international rating agency Bureau Veritas. We set out on a mission to add extra cheer to people's lives during this quarter, which is traditionally a festive season. With the gradual unlocking and uptick in the domestic travel, we positioned our parks as a perfect family destination to unwind and relax the WONDERLA way. In a safe and socially distanced environment, our priority is on getting our guests back to the parks and incentivizing their efforts with an invitation price of rupees 699 per guest. We also focused exclusively on digital marketing to encourage footfalls. We use influencer activities, performance marketing, and very innovative campaigns, which have led to an increased outreach and have received very good response. Very recently, we ran a extremely successful viral campaign wherein on Jan 24th, we offered free entry to everyone named Kamala in honor of the newly elected Indian origin by VP of the US, and it became a huge viral phenomenon. At WONDERLA, we are financially strong and resilient organization and with committed and competent people. As parks have reopened and footfalls are picking up, staff salaries have been gradually increased as the operations resume. Coming to our performance for Q3 and 9 months FY21, Bangalore Park registered a footfall of 36,121 and Kochi.
Hello. Excuse me, sir, we have lost the audio from your end.
Hello?
Sorry to interrupt, sir. We lost the audio for the last few seconds from your line.
Okay, just let me know where should I start from.
So the last
coming to the performance for Q3.
Okay. Coming to the performance of Q3 and 9 months FY21, Bangalore Park registered footfalls of about 36,000 and Kochi Park about 9,000, leading to a total footfall of about 45,000 people. But Kochi Park was open only for about 7 days during the quarter, and Bangalore Park for less than a month. We have recorded a revenue of about 49.2 million and recorded a PAT loss of about 147.5 million. The corresponding figures for Q3 FY20 were revenue of 700 million and PAT of 210 million with a 30% PAT margin. We thank you for your support and look forward to hosting more people at our park, and as we put the worst of the pandemic behind us. Our robust balance sheet, strong asset base, and dynamic management team has helped us withstand the crippling blow of the pandemic on the industry. We remain confident on emerging stronger as our strategic expansion plans remain intact. We can now proceed to Q&A. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Vaibhav Gupta from RH Minerva Fund. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for taking my question. Sir, the Bangalore Park was open for 21 days in the last quarter and mostly on weekends. We got a total visitor count of 36,000, which averages to 1,700 visitors per day. If we compare this number to quarter 320, we got a visitor count of 2,500 visitors per day, which includes both weekdays and weekends. Sir, we just wanted to understand the daily footfall run rate on a comparable basis, like run rate on weekends in December 21 versus run rate of visitors on weekends of December 20 and the comparable ATP.
Actually, it's not comparable because this year we hardly was open, and ATP is also different because I think we came up with an initial offer for about a month. So I don't think they are comparable, and also we feel that because of the aggressive pricing, we have seen some days we had huge demand, but at the same time we were not allowed to accommodate beyond 50% of capacity, so we had to turn back thousands of visitors on a few days. So it's not directly a comparable. Maybe next quarter we will have more clarity.
Sir, some color on it would be helpful. Some color.
Satish,
if you could quantify.
But it's not directly comparable. Yeah.
We understand, sir, that there were certain concerns in this quarter.
See, we will give you answer for this. But we were doing about 3,500 plus during the weekend of December. But frankly, this is a COVID year versus a non-COVID year. We are comparing apples to oranges. We were doing about 3,000, 3,500 during the weekend.
During the weekends of December 20?
Yes.
Or December 19. And what was the same number in December 19?
You want December 19 figure also?
Just some
the same, I think. I don't think it'll be much different. But I don't.
Yeah. The similar range.
With the capacity constraints,
yeah, but because we were not open for too many days, it's very hard for us to say how the trend is. Maybe at the end of this quarter we'll have a better trend. We are hardly open, not even for a month, right?
Yeah, true. Sir, and what is the average ticket price of both the quarters, year over year?
During the December we had the RPV was about 686. Okay. During the last year the RPV was about 786 for Bangalore Park.
Okay, sir. And sir, just one more question. Sir, you were successful in bringing down costs, but they were offset by costs. So just wanted to understand in the coming quarter, what footfall generate do you require to break even?
See, we have been telling about 1,300 will help us in cash break even per day per park. We are working towards that.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. That's all from me.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and one. The next question is from the line of Sri Shankar from InCred. Please go ahead.
Gentlemen, I've got a couple of questions. First is, given the current scenario, in our employees division, what we remark, there was a statement made that as the park is now open,
Clearly.
you can't hear, is it better?
Yeah, slightly better. Still a bit broken, but
Sorry to interrupt, but we have lost the line from Mr. Sri Shankar. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, you may please press star and one. A reminder to the participants on the conference, anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and one. The next question is from the line of Manish Shah from Vajani Securities. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. I just wanted to know in the 9 months, what has been the cash loss for the company?
When we started on 31st of March, we had about 125 crores. At the end of the December 31st, it's about 89 crores. So it's about 35 crores. 90 crores, about 35 crores is the difference, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
35 crores has been the cash loss during this COVID, this 9 month period.
Exactly.
Okay. And going forward, this should come down? I would assume so.
Yes, it will come down. Now that we have started clocking the revenue, our cash loss, cash burn will certainly come down.
Okay. At what levels of revenue would you be cash neutral or you will be breaking even? I think last time you told about
1,300. We maintain the same thing.
But revenue-wise, in terms of revenue?
Revenue-wise, we are talking about 1,300 at RPV of about 1,000 RPV and SPV put together 1,200. Yeah.
1,300 into 1,200. Yeah. That is per day types, right?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Okay. Can you adjust this per day for weekends and all? So this is 1,300 per day. Means you average it out for weekend and weekdays and everything, right?
Yes, we have to handle it in a two-phase approach. Okay. First one is we were working only on the weekends. We are slowly progressing towards the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday types from February. Okay. We can't if we move but push the button too fast, then we have to drastically improve the resources, cost, and everything. We are doing in a phased manner, and now we will talk about February, March. February, March, we are trying to do for 5 days a week. In March, we have to take a call. As we proceed, see the feedback in February, we will take a call in March. So, as of now, you can keep it around 1,300 is our cash break-even.
Okay. The other question is, now whatever days you are open, okay, how is the traffic and all, but what is the utilization you could say, what is the capacity and how many people are coming during the days it is open?
Arun sir, should I go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
See, normally in our business, as you know, the weekday and weekend buyer patterns are quite different. Okay. So, what is happening now is, we are getting a good traction during the weekends. Okay, we get sometimes even 4,000, 5,000 numbers, and we have to even shut down, send back some visitors.
Okay.
You also must be aware that in the Ministry of Home Affairs guidelines, they have given only 50% of operating capacity.
Correct.
So we can't put all the resources and open up all the rights. And we have got a few limited rights not running, and accordingly the resources is optimized, and we try to do about 4,000 people to 5,000 in the maximum. So during the weekend we have received about 4,000, 5,000, and weekdays about 1,000 people we have received.
Okay. I'll join that on the queue if somebody is there, then I'll come back.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kaustubh Pawaskar from Sher Khan. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. Sir, in coming months, if we get an approval to operate at 100% capacity, in what time frame, our park operation will stabilize? Like, we will be, completely available for 100% occupancy.
We can't put a date on that because we don't know when that guidelines will come. As of now, we have been told to operate at 50% capacity. So that's what we are working at. I think as the vaccination drive improves, I think at some point they will allow us to open more and more. I'm guessing that before summer they will allow us, but we don't know the exact date.
If they allow you for 100%, then you have optimum resources to occupy 100% occupancy.
Yeah.
Okay. So my second question is on you've been doing a lot of digital activities, and you're trying to understand what is the visitor's mindset. So considering that, what kind of response you are getting? Because I believe that in the post-pandemic, I think the large footfalls would happen in the open-ended entertainment options. For example, amusement parks or things you've been getting from the visitors.
Yeah, I think we are feeling that there is a lot of pent-up demand. People want to come to the park. We get at least 500 to 1,000 calls every day and requests in each of our parks. So I think there is a lot of demand. There's a lot of questions that people are asking, how safe it is, can we come, can we bring children. So I think there's a lot of demand. As the pandemic eases, and I think we will see, we'll see bigger demand coming back.
Right. So one question on the CapEx front. What are the plans ahead, like in terms of Chennai park, or earlier we used to have 2 rides per park every year. It was kind of a norm for us, but now how are we planning to add some more rides in our existing park?
Yeah, I think Chennai has been put on hold for now because we have not got extension of tax benefits, and also we're working on that. It's going slow, I think, because it's election year. We don't know how long it will take. Regarding the new expansion in the parks, I think as of now everything is on hold. We are still waiting for footfalls to come back, and then accordingly we'll take a call on what kind of expansion we can do. But I think we will, as the pandemic eases and footfalls come back, I think we are confident that we can slowly, maybe next year onwards, we'll slowly start investing again in new technologies, new rides and things like that.
Right. And so one last one. We have a lot of open space in most of our parks. So do we have any plans to utilize it for events like marriages or conferences? Because there is high demand for marriages in the open-ended space rather than the closed-in. So considering that,
we are not planning to do weddings because that's not our that doesn't fit well with our target audience. We are in the entertainment space, so family entertainment avenues, maybe F&Bs, outdoor F&Bs avenue, like maybe outdoor shopping, all those kind of things are possible. So we are exploring that to see how we can use that. But no concrete plans have been made yet.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone wishing to ask a question, may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Sri Shankar from InCred. Please go ahead.
Gentlemen, good morning. Hope I'm audible right now. Yeah. I had a couple of questions on the other side. Some of the questions have been already answered. Thanks for that. But among the park operators, I see that you're one of the persons who, because you don't have debt in your books, comfortable. And the pandemic probably has brought down a lot of other competitors, if at all, if I may say, also down. Are you looking out to expand to other places where any of these kind of operators are there? That's my first question. Second, what are you doing to your employees' salaries, etc.? At the beginning of the presentation, I think I heard a statement saying that because we are seeing more and more footfalls happening and people of betterization is happening, you're probably increasing the salary levels. And that's the second part. And third, what is the kind of new rides, or is our entire rides operational? Only for 50% of the rides are operational. How is it working? Because the guidelines would say that operating capacity should be to the extent of 50%. So are you restricting the number of people while all the rides are full, or how are we taking it forward?
I think you can answer that question.
Okay. So the first question was, we are operating all the rides. Okay, we have only limited few rides which we are not operating, and based on the guidelines given by the state governments. Otherwise, we are operating most of the rides, and that is number one. So we are operating with limited resource because we are working only on the weekends. So the resources also being the off-road resources are called based on the park opening dates. Okay, so and we try to optimize the number of resources through the working days and our park cleaning and other available requirements. Number two. And coming on to the salary part, which was your second question, we have been paying about 50% salary before the park opening, but as gradually once the parks have started opening and we start working like 3-4 days in a week, we are increasing to about 75%, and slowly it will go to 100% salary payments.
Okay. And expansion thought process?
With regards to expansion, the first priority for us was to open the park, and the second, now the most important, working on getting the people back to the park. While some of the park operators and new developments are talking to us on park operation and management opportunities, it is too early to commit anything about it. But there are some talks on new parks and new O&M opportunities, which has to crystallize, because as you know, the investment into the parks by others also is getting a little delayed. They're also postponing a bit. Any new investment into the park, people are postponing a bit. So the clarity will emerge only after the first quarter of the next year, I think. Who's going to invest, how they are going to do, and what is going to open up. Okay. I think the first quarter of every year, which is from April to June, which is the most important quarter, dictates for the entire year. So I think any new business or any new investments will be critically looked after the first quarter.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manoj Dua, an investor. Please go ahead.
Good morning, WONDERLA team. My question is the extension of the question asked by the last panel. As many of the competitors are getting, facing the problem, you are cash rich. So do you think some competition dying in the areas you are operating, like Bangalore, Kochi, and Hyderabad? And as we return to normalcy, we may have that advantage of that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's too early to say, but from what we are seeing, that obviously established players will find it easier. I think if the balance sheets are good and the operations are well oiled. So we are confident that we will come back. The way things are going, we are pretty confident. But to what extent it will affect other people, other competitors, and how that will affect us, it remains to be seen. I don't think we can speculate on that yet.
Okay. Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Meet Jagani from PS Associates. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Where are we on Wonder Kitchen? Was it a profitable quarter for Wonder Kitchen? And what about Wonder Garden? Is there any concrete plan for expanding the same? Are you looking for expansion, first of all? Thank you.
Satish, you can just answer that.
See, it's still not profitable. We are only experimenting, as we told during the last call. We are experimenting with various experiences and menus there because this still has not reached into a profitable situation. Wonder Garden is relatively a very small development which is in the Kochi Park, and we are recording about 6 to 7 lakhs sale per month on that, per quarter on that. So Wonder Garden is very limited to Cochin Park, and we do about 7 to 8 lakh sales for the quarter.
Any plan for the expansion of the same, Wonder Kitchen?
Not really, not immediately now. Only we will evaluate all the performance of Wonder Kitchen by March, and then we have a strategic initiative on that. It is too early on Wonder Kitchen because the population in the cities have just moved out of the city now. So, and there is the pickup of sales have not gone up since the unlock also happened. We have to look into it, but we are experimenting with new menus, new idea and other things. We will see how it plays out.
It's not a big business vertical for us. So I mean, we are seeing how it evolves, and then at some point we'll take a call on how we want to integrate it into our existing big business.
Okay. And are we breaking even in the current quarter? If you can throw some light on how we are performing in the current.
We are not breaking even in the current quarter.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and 1. The next question is on the line of Manish Shah from Vajani Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is regarding this Chennai park. I think there was some proposal going on to set up a park in Chennai, and I think some regulatory hurdles were there. Any update on that?
It's been put on hold until the hurdles are, we have to see how the government response for COVID, and so we are going to have a series of talks with them, and we'll see. But as of now, it's on hold.
Okay. So it's more for regulatory reasons or for COVID reasons or for both?
Both.
Yeah.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone wishing to ask a question, may please press star and 1. To ask a question, you may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Aditya Chattopadhyay from ICICI Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. So just wanted to get some idea now in terms of our expenses. Now we have scaled up to, I think, 5 crores a month. So assuming that normalcy resumes maybe another 2-3 months, so where do we see our expenses now heading forward, 3 to 4 months? Is there any permanent cost saving or is it?
In normal period, in the normal year, we spend at about 14 crores to 14.5 crores per month. Now our expenses is subdued because only part of the quarter we worked, and also only few parks worked in a staggered manner. You see, Hyderabad Park did not work. Kochi Park came only December. So this first 5 crore average is not appropriate. So once the park opens and we operate all the 3 parks at 5 days a week, we can see anywhere the expense going up about 9 to 9.5 crores per month.
Okay. And sir, other question is, sir, is there any updates from the government on any relief measures or tax breaks for the parks for this financial year?
We were expecting it being the highly affected industry, the entertainment industry being highly affected due to the COVID reasons. We expected some incentive from the government, at least tax reduction in GST, which we also represented from 18% to 12%. But unfortunately, there is nothing come out of it.
Okay. So lastly, just a bookkeeping question. So what is the current cash and investments we have on books, and what are plans? Are you planning to take on any debt or just as a risk mitigation strategy?
No, we have about 90 crores with us as of 31st of December, and we are not thinking of any debt or cash restructuring.
Okay, fine, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. A reminder to the participants, anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and 1. Participants, if you wish to ask a question, you may please press star and 1. As there are no further questions, I now hand the conference over to the management for the closing comments.
Sir, thank you. Thank you all for attending the Q3 FY21 conference call. We wish all of you a safe and happy New Year, and we'll be back soon with the next quarter results and hope that things improve.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.